everything. Yeah, she's doing it. Okay, I'd like to call the Dover Select Board special budget meeting to order at 4:07 p.m. on Thursday, January 19th. So today we're here to talk about the fire department budget and a few odds and ends. And we would like to also eventually at the end of the meeting be able to vote on the budgets and the town meeting warning. So I asked Jeanette, we're off topic now because we're waiting for the fire department. But I asked Jeanette, as per what happened at the town meeting of last year, to make sure all references of men, as in select men, be removed and everybody be on a select board. So that Sarah and I have now had a gender change and we're now 4. So now it's all should be picked. Yes. All good. We have a slightly revised number from the library with any reason. I thought their number went down a little bit. Did they say why?
It went down by about 500%. It was
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it was
So their requested appropriation is now, I've got it here, $238,939.
Yes.
Okay.
And their salaries that you were had questioned a few meetings ago, they are at 3% increases.
Okay, great. So the fire department budget. So this newest one I was handed when we came in today says the payroll for the fire department with FICA and Medicare is $81,168.10.
Yeah, and I don't even know if that's like the real number he wants to land with, because he came up with a whole new methodology of how the fire department will try to do payroll going forward, which is this here.
I did that. This could be the same.
Yeah.
So this is a 30% increase over the current budget.
Good enough for everybody?
Rich,
We're
okay.
You good enough for everyone? No,
So we were just,
it was from the slough and I got a hair in it, so I'll share the hairs.
oh God. We're just talking about the budget, and right now Marco you put that in there, right?
We went, when we were chatting the other day, based on the new methodology.
Yeah.
It was about 128,000. So
Worst case, I heard.
worst case, we
Yeah.
decided to go up 30% over current.
Did you include the graph, the Excel spreadsheet I
Yes.
sent them? So
This is what scared me, the 129.
right, and what I did was I said, and it's really hard. I kind of said, okay, we have 100, I think we did 190 something calls last year. Do I need to turn around?
No,
Oh,
as long as you speak up and.
so we did 190 calls. Well, we average, around 8 people a call. But, some calls I'll get 12 and some I'll get 3. So I kind of try to do an average, a realistic average, plus I increased the admin person to 12 hours a week. And I, did if every fireman made all the drills, or we've been getting 10 or 12, but sometimes we get 20 to drill. Sometimes we don't.
So the 129 and change was if everybody showed up to everything,
Right.
which is never going to happen.
Which has never happened. But again, I don't want to also come in short, because you guys every year say to me, is this enough to cover everything? And I usually say, yes, it is. But I have in the last year and a half seen an increase. And last year, the fiscal year, I was like right there.
You were right there.
right, so right now. If this is year to date where it says currently, and I don't know.
Well,
if it's
year to date is actually,
Through,
November,
okay, so that's,
I mean, no, November.
oh, November. Okay,
so I have a current year, as of today, year to date, you're at 68%. Of
okay,
your 58,000, you're at 68%. You have 6 months to go.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
paid December.
yeah,
No, I paid January. January's been paid.
okay, so 5 more months,
5 months.
Right,
okay, so you're probably close.
right. That's what I'm saying is, I just want to be upfront with you guys so that if all of a sudden we have a lot more calls or a lot more search and rescue stuff going on or a lot more people, then it's not a surprise.
Okay, well, there's certainly, if you're gonna be at the level, it sounds like you're on target to be right on budget potentially this year. So an extra almost 20,000 should cover you for the next year pretty easily,
Mhm.
assuming you don't get
Right.
20 new firefighters,
Or we have another Irene.
or we have another Irene.
Let's
Well,
follow
if we have
through.
another, I mean, everybody's budgets are gonna go crazy, right?
I know, and I agree,
You're
but
gonna go all the time.
we don't even need an Irene. We need, some
And I
really,
Beth,
not even that. We just need some more fires. We need another reason for people to come up here and set off their fire alarms all the time. We need more car accidents. We need him to be busier. So if we go to a car accident and they're not doing anything with it, they say, okay, we're all set, we'll leave. But if they've got 2 car accidents going and, they have to deal with the people that were driving, so then we'll stay and do traffic, which, takes more time. So, I mean, we never know. It's.
I know it's your best guesstimate,
Right.
but when I saw that 129, I went, whoa, we gotta talk,
In the past, it's been around 110 range.
as a worst case.
That's my number but I
Okay.
said, that's why I want to share this with you, because I'm also preparing, so. In the future, if somebody's in my spot, they can go to this thing and they can see how those numbers all work, the cells all work, so you can.
Yeah, I would write in there a footnote, because when I saw that, there was no explanation, and it was like, whoa, what is this? So that's why we did need to. Talk to you.
Okay,
So you're not changing the rates that you're paying, you're just changing potentially the hours or number of calls.
Volume.
Yeah, volume, so we're not actually saying anybody's getting a raise,
no, what I'm saying is that's all the same numbers.
right?
Okay, the hourly rates and the call rates are all the same. What it is we're seeing more calls
Mhm.
as these new buildings go up and the state fire marshals making them put CO detectors and fire alarms and everybody's, I joke, Randy will tell you, 25 years ago, we get maybe 10 false fire alarms a year, 15. But, as all the buildings went up and the fire marshal made you put them in, the 2 biggest things that have killed fire departments, I've told you guys this before, is, cell phones. Can't tell you how many times somebody's burning some brush in their yard and somebody drives by and says, oh my.
Yeah.
Look at the cell phones, with everybody falling down now. So, yeah,
So again, we seem to, even though we've been in that 160 to 200 call range,
mhm,
and it all depends. Really good ski weather, sometimes, you have less issues. I remember Phil Bartley used to get mad with the police department because we have a super big snowstorm and there's only one guy working. Like, well, there's something happens when
people aren't moving.
right. It's when it's really nice weather that we have issues,
Off the top of your head, do you know like how many calls you did in like 19, 20, 21? I'd like to see it.
I wasn't around.
20.
1920.
Like over the last 3 or 4 years.
We've been in that one, no, because it all depends on the weather. I gotta be honest with you, a lot of it, these are some slow times because really, if you think about it, with Christmas on Saturday, Sunday, Friday, Monday,
Mhm.
you tend to only really have a week, holiday week.
Very tight week.
You have it, if you have it on a Wednesday,
It's
Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, it's a 2 full weeks, sometimes almost 3 weeks.
Right,
Um,
Okay.
all right, well, I think is there anything else that you want to point out?
And the other thing too, don't forget. We did not have a search and rescue group. Till whenever Andy started thinking about trail stuff. And that's when we put that in, because I was very concerned, encourage people to come here and go hiking and stuff. And search and rescues are a huge stuff of resources, because, you know, it's not like you go to a false alarm and I maybe have 10 guys, but in 15, 20 minutes, we're all done, you know.
Right.
A search and rescue is gonna take you a minimum of, 2 hours.
Right.
Even if you find them right away.
Right.
Okay, that's good. Any other questions? Scott, do you have any questions of Rich?
No, I was going to mention the search and rescue is clearly going to be an added cost, but
And just as an aside on search and rescue, we're picking up the additional equipment and stuff, and I haven't really increased the equipment budget that much, and the search and rescue is becoming a little bit bigger of a sub on that too, because people want that, we gotta get these kits from them, and then first aid kits, and then you gotta have clothing, and the association's done a lot to help with that, God bless them, they bought the 4-wheeler again. But there's additional things that we need because of that we wouldn't need if we weren't trying to run that. And, I still want the firemen to go on search and rescue, because although they're not GPS and we're not gonna go hiking up a mountain,
Right,
there's a lot of support that's needed also.
okay.
And then again, the other big thing is, keep pointing over to you, buddy.
That's his spot.
So is, with what's going on with dispatching.
Right.
If we do something, if they move and we can go with them, and, it may be that it's more cost effective for us, and it may save, again, some headaches with, Keene is expensive, $60,000 or $65,000 a year we pay. I have told the folks that it's up to you guys. It's not, we can make a recommendation. But I've got some people that are dyed in the wool. Oh no, we've always been with them. And I'm like, no, you weren't always with them. You guys really fought hard not to go with them. And then,
Well, I think that if whatever we do and if we move away, it's gonna cost us more than that to go with the other dispatching.
right, but it's not all gonna be on me. Someone's gonna come out of his budget.
Sharing the pain.
Yeah.
Okay, well, there isn't a whole lot of money. I don't think that now that they've got to go back to the drawing board, because they clearly can't figure out. It can't happen. Now towns are not putting it in their budgets because they have no idea.
But they never cared about that in the past either.
Well. Okay,
I'm just saying.
all right. Okay, now we understand. Next year, if you send us this thing, right, worst case scenario, if all, everybody attends everything.
And the other thing is, I have had a conversation with Mark, and sorry to phone. But anyways, we are separating some more things out, because, like with a half fire call, that was confusing people. I sat down and showed them and they still didn't get it, Yeah, because you had 2 extra hours, and so 0.5 equals, an extra hour and a half. So you were only on 8 calls, but we paid you for 9.5 to get you the hours in. It's still a work in progress. And I have been talking to the guys at drills about, what is the best way to handle this? And we have actually had a few guys say, let's just do away with it. So again, now that Marco's kind of got me more line items, I think we're gonna have a much better, we can tell them, then I can maybe refine these numbers, because then I can say, okay, search and rescue, the average, we spent on 12 drills, $12,000. So instead of 2,000, possibly, let's put it at 1,000 or 1,100.
Okay, all right.
And that's why I had an admin person, be a lot easier. We could have done.
Okay. No other questions of Rich, because it looks like Rich is leaving.
No, just that.
Okay.
You don't.
I guess so.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, we'll see where we're at. Okay. So everybody's clarified on the Fire department, so the budget that's presented is 1% down. However, or 1% up, however, total highway and town, it doesn't include appropriations. In the amounts of $317,311. As requested from various, including Eastover Fire, no, they're not in that,
Everything's focused over?
no, it's like Sash, Sevitz, and
RSVP, visiting nurses, Sevco.
not all those, no, the ones that are warned. Yes, no, Dover Free, Dover Historical Society. Because Dan said that was fine, he gets to speak. Sevitz, Deerfield Valley Rescue, and the new ones, and Sash. Yeah, okay. So, and the warning has those numbers in it, correct, Jeanette?
It will.
You waving,
I can
Rich?
print that out.
I'll really miss.
Why don't we print it out again, then we can, those of us here can sign it once we approve it. It's fine, we can just use that, okay. All right, so
We had 5 warned?
I guess so, yeah,
There's 5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yes,
Okay.
all right, so. We need a motion for the new budget number.
And make a motion. That we warn. We're not approving the budget again, are we?
The select board approve it, the select board for town
approves.
meeting.
The budget for town meeting, operational. Expense of $2,837,763.51. Which does not include the warned articles of $317,311. Highway budget of $1,619,753.03 for a total of $4,457,522.54.
Second.
So that budget is up 10%. That's a very large increase. So, any other comments? Scott, you got anything?
No,
Okay, all in favor?
aye,
So now we need to approve the town meeting warning. Which is 19 articles, thank you. With the new figures in it. Also 600,000 for the capital paving fund, 650,000 for the capital equipment fund, that's up $150,000. $80,000 for the capital building, the appropriations for Dover Free, Deerfield Valley Rescues, Sash, gathering. Yes. Oh, hold on.
It's just because we usually warn to that, but.
Yeah, and Maggie doesn't mind speaking. She usually wants to tell us, so let's warn that one too. So do we need to change amend our number? I don't even,
No, I mean, it's
It's in there.
It's in there for 3,000. It's not, it's a warrant article, so. Assuming if you want to take.
why don't we just not warn it then? I mean, people approved it last year for 3,000.
Yeah.
She came back last year, and she'll probably attend anyway, so let's remove that article. Yep. Versus redoing all that.
I'm gonna step out for a few minutes, but I'll be back.
Okay, so then we'll be down to 18 articles. So then the next article is Sevitz for the same amount, 3372. Surplus to the next fiscal year to reduce taxes, blah, blah, blah. For our money, all the others are pretty regular.
Oh, but you know what, I didn't. Because we never warned the historical society, so that's what I'm doing.
Okay, so take,
Okay, very good.
that's Article 12.
Okay, well, if you guys can sign this signature sheet, I will make sure this is correct.
Okay, will you send me the final one? Tina? Okay. So we are still at 19 warrant articles. Does somebody want to make a motion to approve the town meeting warning?
I make a motion that we approve the town meeting warning.
Second.
Any other discussion? All in favor? Aye. All right, good.
Will,
Uh.
we would need Scott and Joe to sign that at some point. If you can come in when you're feeling better.
Like
Next week is-
by early,
yeah.
yeah, early next
Scott?
week, Scott.
Hey, Scott,
Yes,
you have a
I can come.
PDF of your signature?
He can stop it.
You could email that to Jeanette and she could insert it.
okay.
And then you don't have to come in here and spread your germs.
Oh, I'm sure he'll.
Yeah, I mean, that can wait till next week.
It can wait.
Yeah.
It's just the warning part is what goes
Okay,
in
on the
the
file.
signature page doesn't go.
We're not, yes, you can sign.
Because I give you your pen.
Yes,
You have my signature on it.
okay. I just lost my train of thought. So, okay,
We're signing. the
we're
warning.
signing the warning.
We need to get Joe in.
And, okay, is there anything else? I don't have a need for executive session. So I'd like to adjourn at 4:29 PM. Rich, will you sign my petition?
All right, thank you.
Thanks, Scott. Feel better.
Yeah, I do feel much better, so
You
On
still
the
look,
mend.
you look like